Okay, so season 33, pretty rough. 53.6% win rate. I think that's probably the lowest it's been in. Oh, actually, season 31 was 53.8. But yeah, this was a pretty bad season. I did 979 games. Actually played a little bit more than last season. I thought last season was pretty, like, not fun too. But we did end up playing more. Rank 165, which is kind of, that's like a fake rank because the last, I stayed up to watch the, what's it called? Watch the, ranks to make sure I was going to stay G3. And like the last 15 minutes, I got pushed to like rank 302 and I had to do one wing. And from one win, I pushed all the way to 165. So it's like so many people were just camping the border this season. But yeah, we did it. We did hit G3. So here are my runes. Zerath, I don't think we changed anything. I might have gotten a few upgrades. Like maybe, I don't know, that's probably the same actually. Runes are probably the same. Still same artifacts as well. Just won a bunch of crit damage. This one has first attack CD, which is really nice because it scales with the skill 1. So if you get reset, skill 1 on an armor break unit is still gonna hit pretty hard. And the left side is still the plus win, plus fire, plus dark, and CD is more HP, of course. Zerath, Charlotte, we just put on, I think, my fastest Swift will set. Unfortunately, it is running a slot 6 flat attack. Unfortunate, but yeah, we're still got full additionals. These are the same artifacts from last season. But yeah, plus 224. I think we have like 4 quads on her. They're kind of low though. Vanessa still on Despair Will, didn't change much. Yeah, plus 175. Pretty tanky for a Despair set. She's got 62 AC, and then we have like a good 22 AC on the skill 2. So I think it's almost capped. It might be one off. Left side is minus fire for stuff like Firecast, Daphnis, Lycas, and dark is also good for some of the cleavers. Yeah, Despair Will. Samath, again, didn't really pick him that much. He's still on the same Rage Will set. Artifacts, I think it's just plus dark. I'm supposed to pick him into, dark cleave comps with no healing. But I always just kind of forget about him. But yeah, he's still ruined up. Didn't pick him that much. Tableau, I think we tried out early season, and I ended up dropping him. Chandras, still on the same Swift Will build. I wish I could get this like 10 speed faster. But I just don't have any better HP Swifts. So it is what it is. It was okay. It was really good combo with Wind Cookie. So you have the Barbu speed lead all in one unit, and then you have one unit that can't really be outsped. So that was pretty good. Then artifacts is just additionals. Try to do as much damage on the skill 3 as possible to soften people up for Zerath. Yeah, that's Chandra. Chiu Nemtrap. Picked it a few times, mainly for Charlotte's. It can work depending on how early you pick it in the draft. But if you pick this early, they're just gonna A-gang you, or maybe go to like a Sonya team. So yeah, I didn't pick him that much. Sierra was ruined up. I picked her with Yanhong. Like if I did Vanessa Yanhong sort of opener, then yeah, I would just need another speed lead. So Sierra, didn't pick her that much, but she's just on bomb damage artifacts. And then speed, attack, HP. Jameyer, didn't really pick him that much, not ruined right now, but he was on like a Veronica trap build, which I might put that back on, but yeah, didn't pick him that much. Conrad is currently on a Nem trap build, but he was on, I think I tried a Swift build so that you could counter like water monkeys and Ethnas. Problem with that was like they'd usually have a water twins in there somewhere, and you have to invest a much better Swift set, right? Because you want the Ethna to move, and then the next unit to move would be Conrad. So you still have to contest speed with a better Swift set, and that's kind of hard to do when everyone's putting like their maybe second or maybe their first best Swift will set on it. So yeah, it's kind of hard to use Conrad, but he'll be back next season. Gemini Despair Will, I just picked this for bruiser teams. You could just combo it with, I did like Gemini Draco is your combo for Zerath, and then some games you'd go Shan, and if they pick a Leo, you could just pick any, 0 speed Leo unit. Like Rakan, for example, or Carlos, worked out pretty well. But yeah, Gemini's ruined up for bruisers on full additionals. And Despair. Maxag, Light Twins, unruined. Fun unit. It's just kind of hard for me to make it work. It does work really well with Charlotte. But again, you have to invest or take runes off of this and put them on here, so it's just kind of a bit of a mess. But really good unit if you have it. Yanhong is on a Swift Will crit damage build. Just wanted to hit hard, and she moves right in front of Charlotte so she can strip something. Oh wait, that artifact should be something else. That should be this one. Hey, what's up, Amo? Wish I had Dustin Roots. Dude, I'm pretty sure you're faster than me. What do you mean? Yeah, so Yanhong. In fact, that artifact is also not the one. Yeah, we want the... it depends on if I swap her to support or not. If I want to bump her speed up, it changes the artifacts. But for crit damage, yeah, we want these ones. Yep. Picked her a bit. I seen your new Yanhong speeds. Yeah, you're talking about the cookie. The 229 set. Yeah, I mean, I might go back to that one and try it out again. But I like her better on crit damage. I think for this speed, yeah, because sometimes you could just boost Vanessa up, armor break, and then if you two crits you kill stuff, because you're critting for oh my, I don't know, 12k or something like that. It's pretty good. Ginger Brave has, I think, not quite my fastest Swift set, but at 224 he's 364. He's outspeeding, I think at this speed he's outspeeding plus 235 high base speed units with a 9 speed disadvantage. So that's why I built him like this, so I could actually speed contest a lot of the super fast guys. But it didn't really do that well this season because of Megumi, and because twins also cool time reset. So if you don't win in the first turn, it's kind of just dead. So kind of risky, but ultimately I think with Megumi's running around, it was pretty hard to use it. Might change a few things. Leo, I think he's the same build. Vioac, I've been trying to get better. This one's pretty bad. 14 crit. That one's terrible. No innates. I've been trying to get better runes for him for a while, but I just can't. That's why I'm farming dragons now. But yeah, plus wind, crit damage artifacts. Shizuka, I think we did change. She used to be on a full like HP or speed HP build. Now I put her on the slot 6 defense just so she could be a Sonya trap, while still having quite a bit of HP still. Artifact skill 3 ac, and then minus light and dark for cleaves. A little bit of minus wind I think could help against maybe like an Ethna or something, so she doesn't like guarantee the stun. But yeah, I think that was the only thing I picked or changed on Shizuka. Velajul, Viowil, max res build, skill 2 ac additionals. Hey Obafo, whoa, thanks for the raid, buddy. Oh my god, what's up? Yeah, we're just going over my crappy runes for the season. But yeah, I'm not really enjoying special leagues, so we're not doing too much of that. But appreciate the raid, man. And dude, I was so rooting for you for Legend Tourney. Congrats on making it all the way there, but yeah, that's a heartbreaker. But anyway, let's keep going here. Velajul is a Viowil. Max res build, again, additionals, skill 2 ac. I think we go like minus fire and water for like Cass Davnes, and minus water, maybe for like Miles Water Monkey, I guess. And I felt like I needed Velajul ruined up this season because of Megumi, of course. Right, you need a cleanser for the stun, right? So Charlotte skill 3s, and Megumi cuts in, and he like has to stun the Velajul instead of Zeraz, so it takes the pressure off a bit. Juno didn't change anything. Still the same Despair Nemset. Oh wait, we did hit we hit an 11 here. Still 49 slot 2 attack. Oh my god, I'm still looking for a defense enchant here. But yeah, Despair Nemesis. I really like the Nem set. It's better if you're gonna like take a Sierra Bomb and you just instantly get a turn if you survive, which is really nice. Full additional artifacts. What else here? Draco. Don't you give Megumi too much immunity with Velajul? See, isn't that funny? Like, yeah, you pick something that's supposed to counter Megumi, and then, but then he just always has 3-turn immunity. I don't know. Yeah, Megumi's just there's too many things to deal with. But yeah, I did not like fighting Megumis. What's up, Mr. Sengo? How are you? Draco is Swift Will. Didn't really need him. I felt like I didn't really need him to be too fast because I'm only picking him into bruiser teams that are giving me turn 1 anyways. So yeah, just Swift Will. I unfortunately have 4 crit right here, which is not great because of Ragdoll. Let's try to get like 15 crit if possible. Skill 2 ac on the artifact, and then additionals. Everyone already knows your runes, yet many of us don't know how to play against you. True. I don't know. I think if you fought me this season, it was free. If you're playing any meta comp, so hard for me to win. Daphnis, Nemwil, artifacts, first stack CD. Yeah, crit damage. Just everything crit damage. I think I wanted him ruined up for like Pontos, right? Usually into those Pontos comps, you need a strip snipe a lot of the time, and that's just kind of what Daphnis does exactly. So, Bellanis. I mean, I didn't pick Bellanis too much because I got a Sealer, and I'm just having fun with her instead. But Bellanis runes didn't change. Despair will. Additional damage by attack plus fire. This could probably come off because the only reason to go plus fire was to see if I could actually cleave Junos down, but probably could be something else. Dougie is on Vamp Nem, triple attack. Yep, attack, attack, attack. Pretty good HP and speed, I would say, for a Douglas. Artifacts, crit damage, of course. Counterattack, plus fire, minus wind is like okay sometimes. Like into Ethnas, sometimes the skill 3 can actually do quite a bit of damage to him. So I didn't mind. This is HP too, but since I'm going triple attack, it's probably fine. Rakuni, Swift, still Swift Energy. Again, this was like my Ethna Miles Water Monk. Wait, Ethna Miles. Yeah, any like turn 1 unit that does damage and stuns, I liked Rakuni for. So you could just cleanse that unit and heal it at the same time. And then either boost Charlotte or Zerath and give him a turn. Artifact, skill 3 recovery, and then minus fire. Cardinal got pillaged. Yes, all these runes went to Bayek. Again, because I needed a unit that would cleanse and heal Zerath, so yeah, here's the Bayek. Artifact, skill 2 act, crit damage, additionals, pretty good. Your Daphnis strips, question mark, imagine one day mine won't disappoint me. I mean, even with 78 act, it'll happen. That's why most of the time you probably just want to pick Firecast instead. But again, like, it's specifically for Pontos, I would say. Carlos, same build, 0 speed, Rage Will. Just want to do as much damage as possible while being pretty tanky, I would say. Yeah, skill, crit damage, additional damage by attack. Verd, I think I changed Verd quite a bit. He was on like triple Nem most of the season. Didn't really pick it though. He's right now, he's on Nem Double Revenge. I don't know why, I think I just had these Nem runes lying around. Thought I'd try it. But again, didn't really pick it. Yeah, minus dark and additionals. Mayhewang Vio Blade. I think every time I picked it, it was like it needed a proc or I just lose, right? Fire Monkey that doesn't proc is kind of useless, and then you get one that does, it kind of just wins you the game by himself. But yeah, crit damage, minus fire, Vio Blade. Leica is Vamp Guard right now. Max res build. Artifacts, crit damage, of course. And Rakan is on a Leo build. Oh, Papa, are you excited to see Hamilton continue the 10-year streak at Silverstone after McLaren are 5 minutes ahead of everyone, then turn into a wall into Hamilton? Yeah, I'm rooting for Hamilton for sure. See if he can podium again. I mean, the Ferraris kind of suck though. Why do you need a max res? Are you talking about Leica, right? Max res is good, so you don't just randomly get stunned by something or attack broken. Like, I'll give you an example. Like one time I picked Alex into a Leica, and I'm like, oh, I don't need to ban the Leica, right? Because Alex counters it, right? You have attack break and then stun. That doesn't work if you have a 0-ack Alex though. Right, because you're just never gonna stun it or land attack break. So that's like kind of a decent example. I mean, you have like stat. I mean, it depends on what stats you want to pull off of him. Like, if you want to go 0 res, make sure he's going to hit really hard. But yeah, I think I like the res build. Okay, Rakan is still the Leo build. Unfortunately, I can't max out the crit rate. I got the Ack almost maxed out, though, which is pretty nice. And on Vamp. So he can maybe solo the team by himself. But yeah, artifacts, crit damage, of course. Plus dark attack effect. Pretty nice. Maxra being useful as an urban legend. I swear it works on Leica. At least on Leica. Because it's a very specific counter pick. The max res can catch people off guard, I think. Share Vamp Runes. These, I mean, keep farming Necro. I don't like this one. This one has accuracy. I mean, I guess it's okay to land the dot, but yeah. Lucia, Triple Revenge, minus Dark. I think I just wanted this for, like, maxi cleavers. Yeah, didn't pick that much, though. Yeah, both Ferrari are on top of the practice, but I don't know how much value is in that. Oh, really? I haven't seen... We'll have to see how qualifying goes. But yeah, we'll see. Did you see the F1 movie? Dude, I saw it last week and it was so good. I loved it. Tiana, Triple Nem, Max Res. Didn't change anything, I don't think. Actually, maybe I did change something. I think I gave her more attack power. No, I gave her defense. That's right. I pulled some of the flat attack enchants off and gave her defense. Yeah, like these. Right, because defense is fine on M traps. So additionals ignore that. So pretty good. Just picked her into Laura's. Diana, triple HP, additional damage by attack build. I don't think I picked her that much. It's just that they're stacking water and wind, of course. But yeah, she was ruined up. Sonya, same build, high attack power for bruiser teams. Yeah, it was skill 2 crit damage, of course. Plus dark, and then CD is more HP. I think it's pretty solid. But yeah, 24/70 attack. It probably doesn't get trapped unless they have a defense lead, right? That's the idea anyway. Heard lots of good things as long as you aren't picky about the realism. Yes, I agree. There's a few scenes that stuck out to me after watching F1 for a couple years now. I'm like, is that? We can talk about it maybe next week once you see it. But yeah, I mean, if you turn your brain off a little bit, it's still fine. Like, it's still really good. Mephisto didn't change. Fatal Will. Again, just for bruiser teams where they're stacking like Nana, Beelzebub or something. You just pick Mephisto. It's like a force ban, usually. But he's fatal because I still want him to do some damage. And, you know, a lot of the time this will stack up. And I think I have him go last after Zerath, too. So he just, again, like if Zerath gets a kill somewhere, he's going to stack the passive and then hit a bit harder. Lucian, no changes to Lucian, still Rage Will. This might have been an upgrade, actually. So yeah, skill 3 crit damage with additional damage by attack. And then, so yeah, same left side artifact. Angela, Vile Will. I never liked picking this thing, but I had it ruined up. Josephine. Okay, Josephine was ruined. I gave Josephine really good runes this season, obviously because of Megumi Water Monkey. I did try crit damage builds, and then I am trying the HP one right now. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure which one's better, but I figure if I'm going minus wind artifact on left side like this, I should have HP, right? But yeah, artifacts Ack and crit damage, minus wind. And then just try to give her as many stats as possible, everything. Yeah, Josie was pretty good this season. Triple Nem, no fear. I mean, yeah, you could put, if you're talking about Tiana, you could put like a Wilson in if you want. I feel like this is pretty slow, and I just wanted to make sure she got the turn. Wusa, Viowil, you just need to keep one ruined up in case your opponent messes up and they don't pick, you know, any strippers. Could be a free win. Monkey, just on leftover Swifts. Didn't really use them that much. I just wanted them ruined up in case they go like, you know, like a Fire or Douglas. You just pick this. Get a ban out of him. Minato, Vamp Endure still. I tried to get him on Vio and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get the stats I wanted. You know, being max crit, max res. So I just kept this set. It was fine. Minato was pretty good this season. Yeah, artifacts, crit damage, plus fire. And Asima. Yes, I did pick a lot of Asima. I tried as much as possible to pick her just because I love using it. But she is on a Despair, a Will set, max res, almost capped out Ack. Pretty decent speed, attack, and HP all around. It's because I gave her like every slot is like an innate. Yep. Pretty nice. This one's kind of bad though. I don't like that one. And then additionals, artifacts, minus fire and dark. A chroma. We did change a chroma quite a few times. She's on Vio Energy now. I used to have her on a faster set, but then I was like, I'd rather she just hit hard. So we went to an attack crit damage attack build. And then I don't really like the energy set, but I had just, you know, some pretty solid. At least this one's pretty solid. I don't know about this one. This one's like okay. But yeah, attack, crit damage, attack, artifacts, crit damage, of course, with skill 2 Ack, and then plus dark and wind, minus dark and wind. That's usually what you pick her into. Misty, Vamp Revenge. I think I took the crit rate slot 4 off and gave it to Shaman. So Misty is on a speed attack build with a little bit of crit rate. It was okay. But yeah, Vamp Revenge. Additional damage. Kind of works out to have skill 1 recovery and life drain on this artifact. So it's kind of nice. And then minus wind and water with additionals. Valeria was ruined up for a bit, and I think that set just went to Angela. Shan, still the same thing. Swift Will, you combo with Gemini into bruiser teams, or you like bait out a Leo, and then you just go for Rakan or Carlos or something. Artifacts, yeah, skill 3 Ack, skill 2 crit damage. Plus dark, minus dark. Did I always have it? Yeah, dude, what are you talking about? I use Jar all the time. There's no way you haven't seen me use it. Jar is probably like my most picked unit into bruiser teams. Yeah, Swift Will. Just all stats. Stats and stats and stats. High attack power, of course. Crit damage. A little bit of Ack, I think, from innates. Yeah, let's see here. Yep, 8 Ack innates. That one's like an ancient, it's okay. Oh, this one's nice. And yeah, we've got like 4 ancients on him. And then this was a predator rune, and I was like, what do I do with this, right? And of course, it's good for like chimeras and Jara, so it was actually kind of cool to get this one. So yeah, I love Jara. Jara was super good this, like, every season since it's been buffed. It's been amazing. But yeah, artifacts, crit damage plus dark. Just one shot Alexandras, Ragdolls. I think most Gapsus you one shot with just an armor rake. Maybe a few survived. I might have remembered a few Gapsus surviving with the HP lead, of course. But yeah, Jara. That's Jara. What artifacts? Yeah, plus dark, plus light, crit damage. So excited for you to stream. Wait, what? So excited for the stream you promised after Dustin. Oh, you're talking about Etheria? Oh, you're talking about ammo? I'm almost done, probably. We're going to go head over to Etheria, restart very soon. So I'm enjoying that game much more, to be honest. Okay, Jansen. This is my thick Jansen for cleavers. You know, any of the Lucifer, Velasca sort of stuff. We got this thick Jansen on double energy Nem. He used to be triple energy, and I actually did put him on a Nem set. The reason being is when you fight Lucifers, they lap you with the attack bar gain. So if you don't, I think if you don't have a Nem set, your Jansen just dies again. Or they'll just lap and kill it. So I think that by having one Nem set in, you will give it a turn. So, I mean, I haven't tested it yet, but, you know, theory crafting right now. Minus light, minus crit damage. No horse game for you? What do you mean, Brandon? The horse is still ruined. I did change her too. I changed Alex to be more HP. I took her off the crit damage slot 4. Again, because there's some insane Velasca, Lucifer, you know, G3 cleavers that are, like, I let all light units through with this light artifacts and they still cleave me. It's pretty insane. So yeah, I did swap her over to HP, triple HP, but she still has, if you look at the stats, she still has like 100 crit damage, so still pretty good. But yeah, Vamp Will. Yeah, this is a decent artifact or rune fort. And then, yeah, I also swapped her to minus crit damage taken. And this used to be a minus 24 light, but it was attack flat stats, so I changed it to this one with HP. So, yep, Alex. Yeah, Vamp Horse, yeah, you haven't seen the Vamp Horse? You check out my YouTube channel, there's a video on it. But, yeah, basically she survives. You just swap into human form, skill 2, and you heal back to full. Right, and they can't, they'll just auto lose because they have to, they'll reflect the damage back again, right? At a full HP horse. So yeah, Vamp Alex, really good. Ragdoll, we did, I think I sped him up. Yeah, we got this, you guys remember getting this rune? We got this on stream. Still +3. Kind of sad with an 11 enchant. We'll get there though. Yeah, Ragdoll, kind of a faster, higher attack power build. Artifacts, crit damage. We'll see. I'm gonna try to use him more next season. I think next season what I'm gonna do is instead of first picking Zerath, because that setup typically felt pretty bad. I'm gonna first pick Conrad and then do Vela Ragdoll, and we'll see how it goes. And that way, if anything crits, you just go like double boost cleansers into a reversal, and then cleave. So we'll see how that goes. Patter did get changed. I took him off the Shield Will trap build, which was for Dark Robos. And I gave him a Vio set. Why did I do this? One, nobody's running like maxi robo cleaves anymore because of Megumi. And then I think there were a few games, I guess because there's so many Gianna, you know, Gianna turn 1 strip comps, I thought like Patter could be good until they pick resets. Then he's just like, oh, didn't work out too well. But yeah, I didn't pick him that much, but it felt kind of good. Artifacts, skill 3 react, crit damage, minus wind for Sonya's. Crit rate slot 4. Yeah. Yeah, he actually has like, I mean, that's probably my best slot 6. So yeah, that was a pretty good set. Didn't really use him that much, unfortunately. Yeah, Velarag is nice. Yep, it really is. Especially with Zerath. Like, that's the idea. We do Conrad, Velarag, Zerath, last pick. Some counter last pick. Like a Juno or a Gyo or something. Could be good. Hey, what's up, Daniel? How's it going? Hey, I see you on Etheria, dude. Yeah, Etheria's been very fun. What else we got here? Okay, Gideon. I tried to make Gideon work again for like minus light, but I remember one game I picked it and the other dude just picked double armor breaks and then he was kind of useless. But I'll keep him ruined up. I'll try him out again. But yeah, he's another LD cleave counter pick. I like triple Nem just so he could maybe cut in and put up the defense buff and threat state. Artifacts, attack up, defensive effect, minus light. Let's see. Lami, I did have her ruined up just in case for if I was doing like a Chandra Charlotte team, right? Like I have double bar boosters and they're just giving up turn and they pick a bunch of fire units, then I could just do Lami and she'll just clean up. Right, like you would do Lami Julie, for example. It was okay. Kind of a weird build though, triple energy. I just wanted as much HP and we're just cleaving with her, so. Irene was ruined up. Screw this unit. I just had her ruined up so like I could pick and then hope people ban it, right? I don't actually want to play with this thing. This unit is very frustrating to play with and against, right? Because if you miss your box, feels bad. You play against this thing, it's like a permanent 3v4. I hate this unit. I hope they nerf it. Pajamas, not ruined right now. Nana was Despair Will. Additionals, minus wind. Max res build. What did I pick her and do? I guess just, you know, single target snipes. Yeah, it's tilting either way. I know, man. Just, I don't know what they're gonna do. This unit. What do you do with this thing? Probably remove the absorb or something, at least. But yeah, more is ruined up on Rage Will. Again, another anti-cleave unit on plus light. I always forget to pick them though. But yeah, it is ruined up. Just want to obliterate, again, like the Lucifer teams. They let them through. Just cuts in and like kills everything. Hey gang, I was kind of using a bit, maybe like mid-season. He should be ruined up. Like this should be a, I'm sure I have a leftover despair rune somewhere. Like, yeah, we'll just do this. Yeah, hey gang. Didn't really pick him that much, but he was ruined up. I guess like if I needed to last pick him into a Gianna or something, just Hope they ban him. I think doesn't you get G3? Not the builds. I think it's smart moves. I mean, hard season. I will say that. Yes, I had to get creative. Water engine not ruined. He seems very good though. He is good. I used to use him. If there's like, you know, no immunity, they pick a bunch of fire units. You just pick him, or even into cleavers, you know, because he revives himself, and you could even use him that way too. But yeah, I'll run him up later. Bulwark, just on like a leftover Vio set for, I guess, ponies. Yeah, minus water. Didn't really pick him that much. Let's see, Abelio. Abelio, Vio Will. Crit damage. Minus dark and light. Again, I think for cleavers. Yeah, cleavers. A lot of people just don't want to deal with him, myself included. I hate Abelio. Like this passive, just not having a cool time on the passive is a bit insane to me. But yeah, I had him ruined up. Didn't pick him too much either. Like everything down here is like probably didn't get picked very much. Yeah, Molong, Vamp Will, additionals plus water and dart and fire. Bastet, not ruined. Chow. Vio Blade. I did speed Chow up. Took him off Nem for the blade set so it could be max crits. Crit damage artifacts, of course. Chow. I wonder if Chow lost me more games than he won me. I don't know. Feels like you get baited into picking Chow a lot of the times and then he just does not perform. So it's such a weird unit. I don't know. Annabelle, didn't pick her that much. Just had her ruined up as like a water cleanse healer armor breaker thing. Yeah, minus dark. Mork. Okay, I did have Mork ruined up early season on Tripper Revenge. I think this guy's actually pretty good when you pick it into Bruiser guys, right? Because you get like a mini Wusa with attack power buff, with anti-revive armor breaks, and with provokes. So I actually ruined him like triple revenge, max res, and you just comboed him with Jara, Vanessa. Problem though, I think I stopped using it was because it's a 2-turn immunity. Like this is also a problem with Draco, but because Jara, when he gets a kill, he just cycles out of immunity, and that gives your opponent a chance to, you know, snipe the Jara back out. So I feel like I just rather use Draco instead. But yeah, has potential. I really like this guy. What else? Tetra, Swift Energy. I just had it ruined up for Tomo guys. What can I say about the Swift set? You probably should run Vio. I thought Swift was kind of funny to use because sometimes if you outspeed the Tomo comp, they usually run Heigang. You can mess their turn order up by stripping something, and then it just kind of screws them over that way. Artifacts, speed with inability, with speed proportional to lost HP. Yeah, I tried this out. Not sure if it really works, to be honest, but maybe. Julie was on Fatal Blade, additionals plus fire. Right. Again, if I'm running like a double bar booster comp into someone who's not contesting me and they stack fire, I'll just go Julie. Megumi Vio Will. Didn't pick too much this season, but I felt like I needed it to be ruined up. I hope they nerf it. Yeah, what else can I say? Firecast. Same build, Rage Will. Crit damage plus fire, of course. I felt like I would like to get her on Nem, but I think usually the comps you pick Firecast into are always like really tanky on minus fire, and I've had too many games where like the Nem set just doesn't do enough damage. So yeah, Rage Will. This Tetra destroyed my Tomocon because I banned your Xerath. It was a tricky situation. I feared the in like Goodwill or something. Yeah, I mean it could work. Like usually the Tomo players don't like Tetra, right? Yeah, kind of a weird build. I'm not sure if it's actually good or not. Bayek, we saw Alice. Okay, I did like Alice a lot this season. Alice got me a lot of free wins into bruiser players because you either force them to give you like a full combo with Jara, or you get like infinite Alice value with Draco. Right, so if they ban Jara out, you have a Xerath. Xerath will kill one unit, and then it's a 3v4 with Alice and Draco supporting you. Hey, Ricardo, what's up, man? Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. We're just going over my rune box right now. And then I think I had like a really good speed tuning with Draco where Alice, right after Alice comes out of skill 3, you can skill 3 with Draco, and then they still can't do anything. They couldn't deal with it. So yeah, Alice was pretty fun to use into the bruiser guys. But we have a Swift Guard, max res just to make it harder to armor break or steal the defense buff. Lots of defense, of course, with defensive effect. Yeah, defensive effect. John. John is ruined up for wedge at teams. Right, if you need a unit that doesn't care about defense buff or anti-crit, and like John is, or any other bomber, it's kind of what you have to pick to deal with those a lot of the time. So yeah, I think I didn't really change anything. Bomb damage, Vio Will, capped out AC, high attack power. Sekhmet not really ruined, Tessa not really ruined. Yeah, Rika, second Juno, I was messing around with a vamp set on her, but it just never really worked for me. Even on like the minus dark for hyper specific teams. Maybe I'll try it again. Zyros, didn't use. Antares was ruined up. Maybe I might have picked it a few times, but yeah, I don't pick Antares that much. It's just very... It's very frustrating when you do pick him, he just doesn't get the proc. He just sits there. And of course, when you play against Antares, he procs like every turn, yeah. So, but he's Despair Will, fat sets. Zenitsu, I think he was ruined up on a Vio Will crit damage set, and then I just kept taking runes away from him. But he's definitely really good. Just keep him ruined up. Nabarro's ruined up as well, just as like a last pick force ban usually, right? Any like CC team with no healing typically does not want to let a Nabarro through. So I think she's just on like leftover. I mean, that rune should probably be on somebody else because that's a little too good to put on her. Artifacts, additionals, skill 2 AC, minus fire, so she doesn't get sniped out, I guess. I have a little bit more attack on my John. Still don't one-shot things. How are the arties? Yeah, he might. I'm not sure. I haven't picked John in a while, but arties, I think I have like 28 bomb damage. With some Ela damage. Yeah, he might just barely not kill stuff. I don't know. It depends on the team. But like if you get a skill 3 off with the reset and into a skill 2, I feel like you're probably winning that game. What do I pick him into? Wedge at teams. Right, because Zrath doesn't do anything into defense buff anti-crit, right? So you need to pick bombers, basically. Wind Gojo is on a Leo build. Don't they always have Vela? Or, I mean, yeah, if they do, then you don't pick a John. You would pick, like, Juno. So it's just if they don't pick immunity or cleansers, you can go John. Wind Gojo is on a Leo set, 2430 defense, and he's still... There's games where he still doesn't land 3-turn provoke. I don't get it. Like, you need some insane defense to get him a 3-turn provoke without a defense buff. But we have additionals and skill 2 ac. Yeah, plus water, minus wind. I picked him a few times. It's just good to have another wind unit on a Leo build that can strip. He was like, okay. And then Wind Twins. Wind Twins are actually picked quite a bit. I should have favorited this. But Despair Will, max res build. Skill 3 accents. Yeah, like the skill 3 ac here is pretty bad. Minus wind. But yeah, Wind Twins are super strong. I think like one of the only units in the game that can give you immunity while stripping at the same time. I think it might be the only unit that could do that. So, and of course you get the speed slow and attack speed buff. Pretty insane unit. Yo, I did not really use most of the season. I just ruined her up. I think, unfortunately, you kind of are forced to have one ruined up right now because of, like, Oliver Water Twins openers. So I did ruin her up. I don't really like playing with her, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, Odin, this was experimental. I was trying this out into Adriana Sonya teams. Right, like high defense. With high defense on crit damage plus fire, right? Because the Sonya teams always run a Vanessa. So I'd rather snipe the Vanessa out first and then kill other stuff. I mean, I think it worked one time. It worked one time. But yeah, we'll still mess around with it and see if we can get some clips. But yeah, I mean, because you stack this with like Nana, Odin, and there's just so many revives they have to deal with. Could work, maybe. Feng Yan, Vio Will, max res build, kind of slow. But yeah, additional damage, of course. And right, again, if they're just stacking water, wind units, just slam the thing down. Ganny didn't use Pungbake on a Leo build as well. A lot of the bruiser teams would always pick a Nana, like Nana Leo into me. Quite a bit. You go for a slow Rage Will Pungbake. It did actually work, I think, every time I picked it. It was either banned out or I would just cleave the whole team with this. Yeah, plus wind, crit damage. And it's like super tanky, which I don't think they expect. So yeah, another Leo build unit. Ethna didn't pick most of the season. I ruined it up last, I don't know, like last week or two to try her out. I mean, this is a pretty sad Swift set for an Ethna. Yeah, plus 213, not very fast, but full additionals. And I think that's it. Here's my Trap Lucian, which I don't think we changed. It's still Rage Will on the attack bar when revived. artifact trapped if people go like Leo Viva comps. Right, if I go Vanessa Lucian, they try to kill the Lucian. And he will revive with, I think, 18 bar? Wait, 8. He revives with 19 bar, which is 4% more than Viva boost, basically. And then it'll just clap the team. Shimate didn't use too much, but if I needed another speed lead AoE damage dealer, he was ruined up. And then Shaman. Shaman was our newest addition that was actually pretty good most of the season. Right? Because there's so many Velasca. I don't know. Velasca, Zeratul, Han. There's a lot of these dark cleave comp units running around. So I was like, how do I counter these? We use this guy because he has a 50% damage reduction from dark units while dealing double damage on them. So if you give him an artifact like this, he takes 73% less damage from dark. I think it stacks like that. I'm not sure 100%, but he's like immortal to dark units almost, right? So stats, we did speed, crit rate, HP, and you want to try to get, because his passive, he gets 20 res, you want to try to get about 80 resistance to cap him out. That way Han doesn't stun him, or most likely doesn't stun him. Zeratul dots don't kill him. I actually lost to a Zeratul because of the dots before I changed to this build, so that's why I changed it. But yeah, Shaman was a lot of fun this season. Yeah, Thabay as well. Yeah, he could work into Thabay. Han Wool. What can I say about Han Wool? Buff Han Wool, that's what I'll say. We have him on Swift Blade. Pretty solid runes. These are good runes for sure. Plus fire, because we want him to kill Lycas and Firecasses. That's pretty much all I used him for, because the skill 3 does no damage, even on a build like this. But yeah, in case they picked stuff like that, he was ruined up. But yeah, hoping for a buff, please. Anything. Like attack buff on skill 2 maybe, or speed scaling. I don't know. Give him something. Auto crits, whatever. Jacko Legend, thanks for the follow. Eleanor was ruined up on minus dark. Skill 2 recovery. I guess for dark cleavers, but I never ended up using it. Isis, not ruined. Eleanor, we had fun with when we pulled her, but yeah, not ruined right now. I don't have too much of a use for it. Robos. Swift Robo. This one is for Ragdoll Abellio players, right? Because you get 50 bar boost, which counteracts the Ragdoll passive. Sometimes the Abellio, depends on the team. On yeah, skill 2 crit damage plus wind. I don't know why am I plus wind? Yeah, I don't know. Plus any elemental damage probably. It's fine. But Swift Will. And then I have a second one, which what happened to this rune? This one is a Leo light robo. Oh yeah, I know what happened. We tried to run a Fat Zrath earlier. Wasn't great. Yeah, we do have a fat light robo, which was pretty good too. Also skill 2 crit damage plus fire, light, water. CD is more HP. When did I pick this? I can't remember exactly. I think it was for if I did like a Charlotte Chandra, and they tried to, for whatever reason, pick a Leo into me. I could just slam this down for free, basically, and just to have like another booster big damage dealer. I think that's why. I just wanted like another AoE damage dealer. Kinky. Kinky is on Vamp Will, max res build, kind of slow, but really high attack power. And the reason you go Vamp now is because ever since that nerf he took, he doesn't heal when he revenges on his passive. So I feel like you have to choose between Vio or Vamp nowadays, and I kind of like these Vamp runes I have, especially this one, like 35 res. High attack power, max res, pretty nice. And then we go additional damage, minus dark. I guess again another dark specialist. He did actually solo a Zeratul. Yes, this thing 1v1 soloed Takuzo's Zeratul, so stocks. It was pretty close though. Deva, Rage Will, crit damage build, didn't change anything. It's still on the just big damage nuke, right? You bait out a Juno with Shizu Asima. You pick this thing and then you just one tap the Juno. They're not even expecting it. I love games where I get to use Deva. It's really fun. Nick's not used, Vero not used. Okay, Deborah is probably the last fun unit I built this season. As a like Mi Ying counter. It is Despair Will. Despair Will with skill 2 axe, so you can land the attack break, defense break, skill 1 crit damage, plus dark, plus light. Yeah, so basically this is just gonna make Mi Ying extremely squishy and then do no damage. And it could be pretty funny. I had a few funny clips with Deborah Shaman, or like the skill 1 just I think the skill 1 did like 50k or something. But anyways, yeah, she's pretty fun. Yeah, I can show you Carlos. Give me a sec. Corona we were messing around with earlier on a Nem set to trap Laura's, right? You could get a 3-turn sleep if you cut in, which was pretty funny. It's unfortunate. It's very inconsistent with a 80% proc chance. But it was pretty funny to use. And then Jansen is still ruined up. We're not picking Jansen right now because we're not really playing with Conrad, but we might be playing with it more next season. I'm gonna try to pick Conrad a lot more. And then we have our Nem Light Robo. Again, just another Nem trap. Could be a really good Nem trap because if they kill it, you just boost 50 bar. If they don't kill it, you're gonna proc Nem and then just use skill 2 and get the bar anyways. So yeah, I just kept it ruined up. Carlos. Yeah, Carlos is like this. Jeff. Rage Will. I just want him to kill stuff. Crit damage, additional damage by attack. Crit damage, additional damage by attack. Okay. So, yeah, that is it, guys. Those were my runes for season 33. Terrible season. Terrible season. I think it was the worst season for me, at least. I mean, I did not have fun. And I barely squeaked out a G3 this season. Like, it was probably 50-50 because I had to play one game at the end of Tally. There's like 15 minutes left and I dropped out a G3, so pretty scary. But yes, thank you for tuning in. Thanks again for all the raiders. Appreciate it, guys. Decent rune. But yep, rank 165. Hopefully next season will be better. Hopefully the patch will be, well, you know, we'll fix a few things. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. We are gonna hop over to Etheria Restart. I'm gonna play that for a bit for those of you who care. Again, thanks for stopping by and hanging out.